Hi everyone, welcome back to my Tuesday trainings. Every Tuesday this summer, I'm going to be posting a video where I'll be sharing my tips, ideas, and tutorials that you can use in your Avon business. Are you new here? If so, hi, my name is Jen Antunes, and I have been an Avon representative since 2015. Since then, I've created a successful Avon business with customers all across the U.S. I have such an amazing customer base, with many who have shopped with me for years. Because of their continual support, I am able to work at home as a single mom of 4 boys and enjoy the flexibility that comes along with it. This has been especially helpful over the last few months, with my children finishing up their school year at home through our school district's remote learning program due to COVID-19. On top of my personal sales, I have a team called the Super Sellers. Since March, we went from Bronze Ambassador to Gold Ambassador, and our team continues to grow in size and sales. I know personally I went to other successful Avon representatives for guidance and ideas in my first few years. I would go to Teresa Paul to learn about fundraising and managing my business, or Molly Stone Bibb for ideas on how to grow my customer base locally, as well as be inspired by her motivational sayings and know that I too can create a successful Avon business. And then when I wanted to transition my business to be primarily online, I went to Emily Seagren for her tutorials and her informative blog. With my team being so spread out across the U.S. and wanting to pass on my knowledge and experience just like these lovely ladies did, I decided to create these Tuesday trainings. It makes me so happy to know that I'm able to help others create a better financial future for themselves and their family. If you haven't done so yet, I highly recommend checking out these amazing ladies as well, because they have truly helped me in more ways than one, and I wouldn't be where I am today without their advice, ideas, and guidance. I'm going to link each of their YouTube channels in the description box down below so you can check them out.
So, over the last few weeks, I've went over the logistics and how to start your Avon business and be ready to go once you start receiving those customer orders, specifically in person or what most of us call rep delivery customers. And that is what I will be focusing on today. I'm going to be sharing with you some ideas that worked for me in growing my customer base in my local area. For those of you who are looking for ideas on how to grow your business online, don't worry, I will be doing that, but I'm going to be doing that in a separate video. Now, the reason I decided to separate these two types of customer bases, because I have come to realize that you'll be relating with these two types of customers differently. With online customers, everything is pretty much done, as you would think, online. So with that, there's different things you can and actually have to do in order to grow your business online, versus what you can and have to do with customers you have in your local area. So, today we are going to be focusing on what you can do to grow your customer base in your local area. But before I get into it, I do want to acknowledge that in regards to recruiting, you will be able to use many of these ideas for that as well. So, when I say customers, just know it's basically talking about anyone that's interested in your business, whether it being buying or selling Avon.
Now, before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell down below so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Also, if you liked this video and found it helpful, I would appreciate if you would like, share, and comment below.
So, let's get to what we are here for, growing our customer base. From my experience, I find that working with your local area first is the fastest way for new representatives to see results and to build a solid foundation for their business. I mean, this is where most new representatives are going to feel the most comfortable in, which is going to lead me into my first tip: implementing your Avon business into your daily life. Now, whether you are a stay-at-home mom like myself or someone who is working full-time outside the home, whether you're a college student or a retiree, you are going to need to figure out how you're going to implement marketing and managing your business into your daily life.
So the first thing you want to do is answer these few questions. How much time can you dedicate towards working your business? No matter how little or how much it is, you do need to figure it out. Which leads me to the next question is, when can you dedicate yourself to your business? When your little ones are taking a nap or sleeping? Is it on your lunch break? Is there one day during the week that you can focus a good chunk of time towards it? Next, how can you implement it into your daily life? Now, this is where I can help and give you some ideas. For those of you who don't know, I am a single mom of 4 boys. And with that, I have learned different things I can do as I go about my day as a mom. Leaving a brochure wherever I go around town, such as the ATM, putting a brochure on my car while I go grocery shopping, or leaving a brochure in the sitting area at my local hair or nail salon, or even the waiting room at the doctor's office. So, where do you go in your daily life where you can leave an Avon brochure? If you'd like more ideas like this where you can leave a brochure, I'm going to leave a link in the description box below for a flyer that I found on Pinterest that has 100 ideas on where to leave an Avon brochure around town. You'll be amazed at how many places you go in your daily life that you can just take a few extra seconds to place a brochure at. I do want to say, if you are afraid of getting in trouble when it comes to leaving a brochure at a private business, you do know you have the ability to ask. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They're going to say no. Trust me, no is not going to kill you. Another thing you can do is create a flyer or utilize any of the pre-made flyers that are available on AvonNow. You can pin it up at places like your church, your grocery store, your community center. For me, one of the things I do, especially around the holidays when I'm having a special offer, I will ask my local corner store or convenience store, whatever you call it, and ask them if I can pin up a flyer. Well, actually tape it up on their window. Lastly, remember, you are going to be your best advertiser. What do you love about Avon? What's your favorite Avon product? Is it their skincare? Do you have a favorite fragrance? Did you see a pair of earrings in the brochure that you can rock with your daily style? Or are you new to Avon and still learning about the Avon products? Guess what? You could wear a pin, or you can even pin it on your purse. Then, when people ask about what fragrance you're wearing or where you got those pair of earrings, guess what? You just got your window of opportunity to share with them all about your business. Now, with any business, there's going to be things that you're going to need to do to manage it, such as following up with customers, submitting your Avon order, and then once that order comes in, you need to get it ready for delivery and then deliver it. So you're going to need to make time for these things. Even if it's just a half hour to an hour a day, you can do things like working on your phone while you're at the doctor's, returning calls on your lunch break, getting customers' orders ready for delivery while the kids are off to bed for the night. The biggest tip I can give you in regard to managing your business is creating a routine. I always recommend that you should pick a day within the campaign's 2-week period that you will submit your AvonNow order. And I also recommend picking a day when you will make the deliveries for brochures and orders. Do it when it is convenient for you on a regular basis. Trust me, your customers will get into the routine of it. Now, this last point, I personally struggle with this one too. But don't be afraid to ask for help. Ask your spouse to put the kids to bed one night. Ask a trusted friend to deliver a brochure to a customer on their way to work. I mean, you can even ask your kids to help you with getting brochures ready. Those around you are going to want to help and support you, especially if this is something that you are truly passionate about and are loving it. Now, on to brochures.
Now, I'm sure that you've heard the Avon brochure is going to be your biggest asset, especially with your rep delivery customers. I mean, think of this as your store. This is where your customers are going to be able to shop from right at home. As such, you're going to need to make sure your brochures are professional and clean.
So this is how I do my current brochures. The first thing I do is I'm going to label the back. I have a pre-printed label where I have my name, my phone number, and my online store link. Now I'm looking for a sale to promote with a sample. Today I'm going to be using the VDL primer samples. How I do it is I will staple it right where the product is, so that way customers know what product they are sampling. Next, I'm going to grab a clear literature bag and put the brochure in sideways. Then, to tuck it in, I'm going to open up the middle and tuck in the excess. Voila! A nice, clean, professional-looking brochure.
Now, the first tip I'm going to let you in on is making sure that you order your brochures 2 campaigns ahead. This is going to give you plenty of time to make sure that you get them packed up and ready to go for once the campaign has launched. Now, with my next tip I'm going to be saying is make sure you have enough brochures. The last thing you want is to have a new customer be interested in purchasing from you and you not having a brochure. Now, with the current brochure, since they come in packs of 10, I would always order up from what I need. Say I have 12 brochures to deliver to customers. So I'll order 20. So that means I will have 8 extra brochures to hand out to new customers. These can be people that I run into in the line at the grocery store. These could be moms that I end up starting to talk to at the bus stop. These could be a new customer that a current customer has referred me to. Whatever techniques you are get a new customer, that is what you're going to use for those extra brochures. Now, say you have extra brochures that for whatever reason you are not able to hand out or give to customers. Don't throw them out, okay? Because we will be able to use them. So what I will do is I will keep a box that I got from one of my Avon orders. And with my extra brochures, I'll just throw them in. Then, once it's full, I will do a toss. Yes, that's right, a toss. So, if you've never heard this before, what this basically means is you're using old brochures that you would literally just be throwing out, and you're going to use them to toss on to driveways to attract new customers. Now, I know some areas you are unable to do this due to local laws. So before you think of doing this or do this, make sure to check your local area laws and make sure you are able to do this. I'm not recommending this so you can get into trouble with anyone. Now, if you are able to do this in your local area and this is something you would like to do, this is how I get my tossing brochures ready to go.
So, the first thing I do is I'm going to grab an old brochure. Next, I'm going to grab flyers that I'll be putting with the brochure. The first one is, why is there an Avon brochure here? It's a flyer that will have everything that the customer will need to know on how to buy and sell Avon. The second flyer is actually one of my most popular. It's a new customer coupon for $5 off every $25. Now I'm going to bag it just like I do with my current brochures, with the first flyer peeking out in the front and the coupon in the back. That way it will be the first thing that they see when they grab the brochure. Now it's all set and ready to be tossed.
Now, I'm sure you noticed that I didn't add any samples. Well, I personally don't add samples to brochures that are going to people that I am not really sure if they're going to actually use them. If I have an overabundance of a specific type of sample or certain times of the year, like around the holidays, I may add a sample or two, but other than that, I just try to keep my tossing brochures basic and as cheap as possible. But do know that if there is something that a customer who receives a tossing brochure wants to try, I am always willing to drop off a sample to them. Keep in mind, just like with all marketing techniques, this is not going to be a guarantee hit every time. I recommend trying it a couple times and seeing if you like it and if it works for you. And if you find out that it's not for you, then you can stop and do something else. This is just one idea out of many that are out there on how you can market your business. Remember, this is your business and it's your decision on how you want to run it and market your business.
Finding ways to connect in your community is going to be important in growing your local customer base. The first step is obviously going to be your own immediate community, your friends and family. I know some of you may not feel comfortable asking family and friends, and I'm not sitting here saying that you need to be a pest about it either. That is definitely not the vibe you want to give off regarding your business. But there is nothing wrong in asking if they are interested. And if they're not, or if they are, ask if they know of someone who is. Just like with anyone else you talk to about your business, you need to get into the habit of asking for referrals with your friends and family or with anyone else you talk to about your business. I know in my first few campaigns, I actually did a refer a friend offer where my new customers, which were basically just my family and friends, would receive a discount off their order for each new referral they brought me. This was such a success for a couple of my customers, aka family members and friends, and it was all because they brought a brochure to work. This actually led me to starting what my next idea is, which is the helper program. So, what is the helper program? It is basically where you would provide your helper brochures. They then would hand them out and collect customers' orders. They would give you the customers' orders, they would collect the customer payments, and they would deliver the orders to the customers. Now, there's a variety of ways that you can do this, but in simple terms, the basic idea is that they will do all the legwork, and in return, you would give them a discount on their order or give them free Avon products. Now, I do recommend that you come up with some type of contract that lays out what your helper is responsible for and what you will be responsible for. That way, no one is confused on what to expect. If you are interested in this or would like to learn more, I actually have a whole blog on how I did the helpers program, which I will link in the description box below. Now, when it comes to your community, don't forget about other businesses and organizations. Remember, Avon offers fundraisers, and that is a great way to not only grow your customer base, but it's also going to have your business attached to a good cause. Now, you can find flyers, letters you can send, and everything else you may need to run a successful Avon fundraiser through AvonNow. If you're interested in learning more about doing an Avon fundraiser and would like a more in-depth video, just comment below to let me know, and I would be happy to do so. Now, speaking of going into more in-depth in regards to working in your community, I know right now these last two ideas may not be possible for a while, but I wanted you to keep these ideas in mind once you'll be able to. And what I'm talking about is local events such as craft fairs or vendor events and doing home parties. Now, this is a great way to introduce new customers to your business. Have them try out some of our new products and see an Avon brochure, which they probably haven't seen in the last 20 years. As I said, I'm not going to be going into depth with this right now, but I do want to make sure I establish that you do not need to have an elaborate setup for a successful event or a successful home party. It's all about introducing these new customers to your business. So all you're going to need are brochures, flyers, samples, and if anything I could use is maybe doing a raffle where you'll be able to collect customer contact info. Now, when I mean raffle, I am not saying to do an elaborate thing. You can go and pick out a product bundle that you can find in one of the sales flyers, or if you're a new representative and you purchased the best sellers kit when you signed up, you can use some or all of those products. It doesn't have to be an elaborate prize.
Now that's it for today. I know I went over a lot, and if there's anything you would like to learn more about, please comment down below, and I would be happy to go more in depth with any of these topics. The idea behind this video is just to give you some ideas that you can utilize in your own Avon business. Remember, it's your business, so don't be afraid to let that creative juice flow through and create your own ideas or alter the ones that I have just talked about or you come across. It's all about making it your own and rocking your business.
Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and share if you found this video helpful. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Remember, I'm going to be sharing my ideas, tips, and tutorials on how to start, grow, and manage your own Avon business every Tuesday this summer. Until next time, don't forget, be kind to yourself and to others. Bye!